What up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin' Peters, coming to you live from a wonderful football world. With me, as always, I have defensive backs quality control coach from Louisiana Tech University, Dr. Preston Rowe. And this is the Trash Talk Tailgate. And on this episode, we're going to talk about what it's like to get pulled over and over again.
And he scores on the last play of the game. Touchdown! They talk about that play. Becomes a nation forever.
Are you ready?
Riley Peters. You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
Preston Rowe.
One of the best young coaches in college football.
It's the Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right, spider 2-eye banana seal. You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
All right, man. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. You sent me an article the other day that absolutely blew my shit up. Let me tell you. It had me just going dog. DAWG. Dog. What is this? So, anybody who doesn't know, the most famous case of this in recent time has been the Jalen Carter, crash that almost tanked his draft stock. It was the talk of us for a while. It was the talk of ESPN for a while. But now we're back, but with bigger stats. Dr. Preston Rowe, do you want to give him the hashtag copious notes on Kirby not so street smart and the Georgia Dogs?
Okay. So on January 15th, there was a fatal crash on in Athens, Clark County, which is where the University of Georgia is, and two people were fatally killed in a car wreck in which they were having basically a drag race, and Jalen Carter, now a Philadelphia Eagle, was involved, and another teammate of his was killed. He was involved as well, and then also a Chandler LaCroix, who was a UGA recruiting staffer. She was killed as well, and there was alcohol involved on her part. All of that. It was a huge deal. Two people died, and it was they were using university issued SUVs, and it was a whole thing. So it was tragic. It was a tragedy, but we now have new stats, and ESPN had an article about this the other day, where since January 15th, which is when the fatal crash occurred, Georgia players have been involved in at least 10 reports of traffic moving violations in Athens, Clark County. Since the start of the 2021 academic school year, there has been at least 60 additional violations in Athens, Clark County, which includes speeding, distracted and reckless driving, disobeying traffic signs, and then 30 of those, allegedly, occurred last summer when Kirby Smart said he had local police come and talk to the team about the dangers of reckless driving and speeding and distracted driving and all of that.
Yeah.
And this is a damning stat, dude. Since Kirby Smart has been the head coach in 2015 at Georgia, Georgia players have been charged with 300 traffic violations. And that doesn't even include like non-moving ones, like seatbelt violations and stuff like that. That wasn't reported in this data.
Yeah.
But just like speeding, reckless driving, distracted driving, all of that stuff, dude, he's been there 8 years. 300? Like it seems to be a real problem at the University of Georgia. So
I mean those dogs, man. You think they're fast on the field, dude? Catch them boys in the street. It's a different story out there. they like to let it rip, So I guess let's take this to a meta view for a second. And let's go. Is Kirby Smart responsible?
You want my?
Yeah.
He's not responsible. Yes and no. That's the answer.
Yeah, the good old fashioned college answer. Yes and no.
Well, yeah.
No, it's so true.
As a college football coach, someone who strives to be a Power 5 head coach one day, and I'm taking you with me, Riley, just so you know.
TTT all the way to the top, baby.
Exactly. So Kirby, he is responsible in that these are his kids.
Yeah.
When they commit to come play football for him, he's responsible for them. Ultimately, it is his responsibility for their safety and their well-being. Like that's what you tell the parents on recruiting. You know, you recruit these guys for 2 and 3 years, and you convince their parents, I am going to be their parent when they're at school. When you're not with them, I got it.
Yeah.
You know? And now obviously kids are gonna do dumb things. You know, like I've had students, I've done dumb things, you know, and especially these football players that think they're invincible. Like every young person thinks they're invincible. That's just a mindset that we have. But the fact that 2 people died, like your teammate died, a person who worked in the recruiting office died because of these reckless driving, and you still want to go out there and do that. Kirby has got to send a much stricter and harsher message to these players. Like, look, if you do this, they're going to be real fucking consequences. And, you know, for a lot of these kids, unfortunately, the only thing that really gets them to wake up is you have to take playing time away from them. You have to suspend them.
Yeah.
You know, you have to not let them play football.
Yeah. You gotta give them painful consequences.
Yeah. You know, and like it's just really sad because these kids, you would think that after seeing a teammate die and a recruiting staffer die, and Jalen Carter's draft stock, it did take a hit. He went, you know, he went
not first, which he could have won.
He was the first overall pick potentially.
Yeah, he could have been the first overall pick for sure.
I don't remember if he went 9th or 10th, but he fell to 9th or 10th. I don't remember which one, but it did. It took a hit, and for you to see 2 people die that you know and that you love, you know, and that you spend all this time with, and you still don't learn your lesson, like Kirby has got to do something about that. Like he's not responsible for them doing it, but he is responsible for them continuing to repeat that behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's definitely, and that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. I mean, you know, like I said, the good old-fashioned college answer of yes and no. Because the no of that is, these, at the end of the day, these are 18-plus men, young men, who feel invincible and will truly do whatever they want to do because they think they're invincible and that this is, you know, this is their world. But the yes of that is that 300 since 2015.
Yeah.
300 violations from his players. Like, he should be answering questions about it.
That's almost 40 a year. Like 40 different traffic violations a year. Dude, that's almost half your team.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. And you know, it's got to be handled within that program, or it's gonna become a just trending topic nationwide. You can already see it.
Well, yeah. Can I say one more thing? And this might get this is gonna be really fucking cynical, and I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You know what legitimately might get UGA to really crack down on this?
What?
When schools negatively recruit this.
Fair. Yeah.
Say Alabama and Georgia, they recruit the same players. Nick Saban is going to go into a kid's home and be like, look, you want to go to Georgia? Kirby Smart doesn't give a shit about your well-being.
Want to go die in a car crash? You want to go to Georgia? What? You want to go die in a car crash?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want with your life?
I mean, dude, all is fair in love and recruiting.
Yeah. Nick Saban's like, you can come here and then go to the NFL and say they have easy-ass practices. Or you can go to Georgia and you can die in a car crash. It's up to you,
That's true. But, dude, legitimately, that might be the thing that wakes Kirby and UGA up. Like, oh, shit, we're losing recruits because of this.
Yeah.
We're not getting, all these 5-star athletes anymore. They'll still get them, but, if teams really start negatively recruiting, which I guarantee you they already have started doing that.
At least the smart ones.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Saban is doing this.
Yeah.
That will potentially, if anything, that will make them really crack down on this.
And this has got to be, Kirby Smart's got to know this is a problem. He's got to know. And so, the thing is, what are you going to do? How can you do it? What has to be done? And I know, like you said, truly, it's going to have to be something that hurts. And I mean, what are you going to, you can't take away a grown kid that, if you don't pay for their cell phone, you can't take their cell phone away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't sit them in timeout and make them not have Xbox or dinner. You know, you gotta hit them somewhere where it actually matters and that you can. So suspension, playing time, docking, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's a legit program, and Kirby Smart's his job relies on them winning national championships. So how much can he pay, or how much can he take suspending if it is if it's his best players that are doing it? How much can he suspend, and how much of that can he sacrifice when it comes when winning is the goal? So there's a million different conundrums.
But dude, I think it's different once you've got kids that have died in your program. Typically, the coach is always like, oh, I need to punish my kids, but at the same time, I need to win football games. And that's always been a coach's biggest conundrum, I guess. Where is the line that you draw between really having your kids feel and be punished, but you're risking losing games and potentially your job? And I get that, but people have died.
Yeah,
that's bigger than winning and losing football games. At that point, you are responsible.
That's bad. Okay.
What?
That's bad. Okay.
It is bad. Okay. Dying's bad. Okay.
Your football players dying in car crashes. That's bad. Okay. We're gonna have to find a way to fix that, Kirby Smart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know the solution, but I think that if teams really do start negatively recruiting them and start taking, those 5-star athletes from the state of Georgia, like in Alabama or in Auburn, or Clemson, even some teams like that, just dude, I guarantee you they are going to use it.
Yeah.
I know people who have said James Franklin has negatively recruited Virginia Tech because of the fucking 2007 shooting.
I'm
not.
I totally believe it.
But it's true.
Everybody's been negatively recruiting using, love of dogs against Virginia Tech. Oh, you love dogs? Why are you gonna go to Virginia Tech? Michael Vick. His fucking name's everywhere at that place. One thing I do want to know in this whole thing is I want to know the statistic for all of the major D1s. Clemson, Alabama. I want to know this stat for everyone. Tell me, everyone, give me your information, pussies. Let's find out who makes the fastest football players on the freeway.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, you hear about stuff, coming out of programs occasionally, but it's not. It hasn't been as public or as bad as UGA has been the last year.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But like the only reason we have this list of stats that we have is because of the death.
Yep.
And no, so sure, no other program has killed anyone recently. Sure. But I want to know these stats for all the schools. I want to know how many traffic violations they occur. I just fucking want to know because I know the numbers still got to be crazy. I bet you the best programs, like oh my god, this is how we should rate the top 10. This is the NCAA. This is the top 25 ranking. How little how little traffic violations can you cause in your local college area? That's actually how we decide who goes to the national championship. Are you a good football team, and can you not kill civilians? but like when you rank those on that criteria, the best ones, man, I don't know. It's gotta be schools and places where you just don't really have a car. It's like big cities where you just walk everywhere. Those are the best ones.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, Kirby's got to do something though. Like he has to come down much, much harder on these players because the one thing you don't want to have happen is you don't want to have this happen again.
Kirby Smart starts adding a driving test to his recruiting battery. You gotta get it's like insurance. He checks your driving record before he brings you in. He asked all the kids to record themselves driving before they can get recruited. Now this is a trick. Because if they do record themselves driving, obviously they're committing a problem. So then he just takes them off the list right there. You got to think about that one.
True.
That's old Tricky Kirby.
Yeah.
You've heard of Tricky Dick. No one's heard of Tricky Kirby.
True. But, dude, he's not so street smart, though.
Yeah, he is not so street smart. Oh, man. So, I guess, there's no better time than the present to flop us over. That was a great talk about Kirby not so street smart, but there are some other things that we need to conversate about on this here Trash Talk Tailgate. Yep. And this one is one that is near, dear, and personal to both of us. And that is the status of the next NCAA football video game. The last one was in 2014, and so far, the next one is slated for 2024. That's right, folks. 10 years to figure out how to compensate college players for a fucking video game. But according to the College Football Players Association, the compensation may not be enough. They're calling for a boycott because the compensation is expected to be somewhere around the ballpark of $500 per player for being in the game. And they think that is far too low. So, I mean, I want to just give my first bit off the top. If I was one of them, and I guess I'm not, but if I was one of them, dude, you could give me fucking $20. Like I said, I'll opt in for free if you let me create them like a Madden character.
True.
I don't know. Fucking give me that money or don't. I don't know. I'd rather have stats. How do you feel about this, Preston, man? How does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm kind of with you, dude. Like, I mean, I've always said that, college football players, should be paid something. But, I mean, you have to think about it, dude. Like, the video game, we don't know how successful it'll be. We think it'll be successful because it hasn't been around for 10 years. But, I mean, think about it, dude. So there's 130 D1 schools. That's what? 100 players per person or per team. Sorry, 100, give or take 100. And I'm not good at math, but you have to divvy up that money equally. And you know, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, this isn't what NIL was, this is why we wanted NIL, so they could make a lot of money on the video game. NIL isn't supposed to be for the video game. It's supposed to be for your play on the field.
I mean, it was for the video game for me the whole time.
Yeah.
Every step of the NIL way, I cheered because I knew it was one step closer to this glorious, glorious moment.
I mean, dude, if I'm the players, like, I'm just happy I'm getting 500. Like, I'm happy with anything. Like, I'm in a video game that I get to play. I get to play as myself, and I get paid for it. I think that's pretty cool. Like, hell, dude, I want to be in the video game. Can I be a coach in the video game?
You know how, like, in those games, especially back in the day, like, the crowd and the coaches, like, the players were whatever, like, they would, like, make them individuals, but for the most part, the crowd and the coaches were just kind of copy-pastes.
Yeah.
You were one of the main copy-paste for all the coaches on the sidelines. So, like, you're just on every fucking team. You're just, like, third coach in every single team.
Yeah. I'd be down for that, dude. That'd be awesome. And you're going to pay me money for that? Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick. But, I in a base core, I understand the College Football Players Association, point. But at the same time, like, when you multiply 500 by the amount of players that are going to be in that game, that's a big chunk of this money. It's probably going to make this game one of the most expensive games to make of the year.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think that's I feel like that's a fair market price for what they're getting. They're getting themselves in a game, and it's like just kind of like a little piece. It's not even like, I don't know, man. I feel like $500 is a fair mark here, but I guess I always gotta appreciate grinding for the bag.
Yeah, man. Because, like, NIL, it's not supposed to be for, like, mass, like a mass spread of people. NIL is supposed to be, your name, image, and likeness. Like, you're gonna have your name, you're gonna be in the video game, but, like, they're gonna do that for literally every other person in college football that wants to be in the video game. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
So if you want to make serious money, go out there and ball out for your team. And, the NIL will come.
I think it should be a sliding scale for how good you are. The higher your stats, the more you get paid.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. All right, I got one more. I'm throwing a surprise topic at you.
Okay.
This is one. It don't really have much to do with football, but there is a football implication. One of the big things that's been going on in the news in general recently has been the Reddit API stuff and like how all the mods and moderators and subreddits are kind of shutting down for a little bit. Check out one of the most recent episodes of the Spute. We talked all about it. But with that being said, one of the Reddits that got hit the hardest is r/NFL.
Yep.
They're still completely shut down. And r/CFB kind of got hit.
It's still up.
It's still up, but it's, all of them are just a little bit more spammy. But, it's always sad when you have something that is such a proprietor of the news of this thing. Like, r/CFB and r/NFL are where I get a lot of, or not all of it, but I get a lot of, like, my first look at stuff from those specifically. And so, kind of a sad day seeing those kind of take a hit. I'm glad r/CFB is still up. r/NFL memes has now become a big look for me, but that's now just a channel picking on the fact that it's getting all the views because r/NFL's shut down.
Yeah.
But just wanted to throw it out there. This is something that sucks, but I'm glad the TTT's here to keep all of you good people out there informed. So while Reddit's battling API, you can come listen to Preston and I, and we'll fucking give you everything you need to know.
Who the fuck wants to listen to Mike Florio when you can listen to the actual experts of the NFL and all of your football needs.
Yeah. Who wants to listen to the Split Zone duo when you come listen to the Trash Talk Tailgate?
Exactly.
We wouldn't not put the right play on our fucking cover picture.
Dude, our cover picture is fucking phenomenal.
Our cover picture is fucking phenomenal. Ah, man. All right, man. Well, this is a good one. Keeping it,
What?
giving some short ones for the people, man. We're trying out some new levels of content, some different sizes, different lengths of episodes, all that good stuff. We're experimenting out here, man. Please let us know what you think. Any ideas you have, any feedback you got. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you got. It's all good. It's all important. Dr. Preston, got any words to leave the people with?
Appreciate y'all listening.
Absolutely, y'all. All right, folks, we got to clean this one up and get out of here, y'all. Peace.